There you go.
Hey lads, how you going? Alright, it was a bit hard to get everybody around to do the gear check, so I thought I'll just do a quick video and I'll show you what I'm taking and you can sort of put it against what you guys are taking and we'll go from there. Especially since Scott can't also get over and have a look at this. It's a handy one for Scott to see. Alright, so a couple of obvious things first, alright? Obviously I'm taking my boots, right? We all know what boots we're taking, we've been training in them. I'm also taking a pair of runners. That's the only two pair I'm taking, nothing else. I've got a heap of wet sacks here in various sizes that I've just had over the years. I'll put my gear in wet sacks inside a duffel, all right? And that'll be pretty much every category. So what I like to do is I break the categories down and I'll go, well, orange is going to be my clothes, grey might be undies and socks, then yellow might be gloves, things like that. So you can do that in whatever system that you have in place, but I like to put it in little colour codes so I can just reach in and say that's my undies and socks, nice and simple. Again, obvious, but I'm going to have my sticks, which is, I think most of them are taking sticks, so I do recommend them. I've got my sun hat. I'm going to take my own harness because I've got it. You can hire it, so don't worry. If you don't have a harness and you don't want it to, or you don't just want to take it, don't worry about it. We'll get them over there, all right? Same goes helmet. Might as well, I can pack things inside it anyway. It's not going to take up that much space. Along the same lines, I've got 4 carabiners. I've got my figure 8, and I'll take my knife on a beaner, all right? And that's pretty much what I'm taking as far as my climbing gear goes, okay? Again, you don't have to worry about that. We're gonna hire your stuff over there. I'm taking my ice axe. Some of you are buying it over there. Some of you have got them. I just wanted one. I'd rather take mine. Okay, first aid kit. It's gonna be different for everyone, but it's also same but different. So just tailor it. If you want to do a breakdown of what's in here, we can do that later, all right? But basically, for me, it's Band-Aids for, blisters and any cuts, minor stuff. The crew that we've got over there will probably have a more substantial kit. So this is just a personal one for anything that happens on the trail. I've got my dual bow sunglasses, which have the side bits on, like ski goggle sides. They're inside, so I'll be taking those with me. I'm taking 2 head torches, just in case one breaks, all right? I've got 2 drink bottles. I like the wide rim ones, personal choice, whatever you've been training with, use those, but I'll take 2 of those. I'll take a lightweight buff, just for trekking in, but if it starts to get really cold, I have full balaclava. All right, and if you're not using it as a balaclava, it ends up being a buff as well. And beanie, nice warm beanie, all right? So don't stress about that if you're not having a warm beanie, you can pick up spares over there. Gloves, they're a tricky one. We've tried with gloves for ages to get the right combination. For the weight that they take up, I'm gonna take some extras. Can't hurt, all right? So I've got a medium pair. That's my backpack pair, which are really quite good. And then I've got a heavier pair. So light pair, medium pair. I've got a pair of liners. Okay, so there's basically a light, a medium, and a pair of liners. And then I've got a pair of mitts to go over the top. You can put those over the top of your gloves. Really handy to have the mitts. That's part of my med kit, all right? Which I just haven't broken down yet, all right? Some blister wool, things like that. I can go through those later. I'm gonna have hydration stuff there, hydrolytes and things, so I'll take those with me. I'm taking some long gaiters. Again, not gonna take up much room. Gaiters are great in heavy snow, or if it's really rocky, which we were going, you might find it's easier to have the gaiters. All right, so I'm just taking them, each to their own on that. It's not an important one. I've got a couple of battery packs. All right, tried and tested. We've used a couple of those a couple of times. Taking my Garmin, all all right, which will have, that'll give us our GPS. I've got 2 radios, all right, I think we'll take them. We're not carrying the weight. Charging might be an issue. We'll worry about that when and if. We should be okay. So if anybody wants to bring a radio, good idea. If we all have one, great. If we've got 3 or 4, that's fine. All right, when we come to clothing, briefs, I always wear those nylon ones. They're long-lasting ones. You can wear these for days without having to, wash them. 3, 4, 4. I've got 4 pair of those. I've got 5 or 6 pairs of socks there. All right. I've got a couple of heavy socks for this, if we have to wear the boots for in the snow. I've got a couple of mid ones there for my boots, and if I'm wearing my runners, I've got some shorter ones. You can always double up on those if you have to, I suppose. I've got 3 dry fit t-shirts, just 3 black dry fit t-shirts. I have some insulated tops, all right, some short, I prefer the short sleeve ones. I don't really like the long sleeve ones, all right, so I've got 2, one short sleeve and one as a vest. I like wearing the vest ones, all right, just, I don't feel right when my arms are covered, they don't get particularly cold. And rather than having long pants in the under ones, I go for skins. I just feel better in the skins, all right? So I would wear those underneath my trekking pants. And my trekking pants are my NZOs, all right? I've got 2 pair of NZOs there. I've got 1 that are full length ones, and I've got these ones which are also full length, but they also zip off to be the shorts. So I've got 2 options there. Shorts, when we're in Pokhara and places like that, it might be quite warm. So handy to have a pair of shorts there. So that's my day-to-day trekking pants. Staying on pants for a second, I have my really heavy duty ones for snow, all right? These are the Alpine series ones. They've been tried and tested. We had them in the snow for 7 days in New Zealand, on ice and snow, perfect. They're lined inside, so they're sort of insulated inside, and there's no way nothing gets through that, right? And we also used them in Bhutan. They were fantastic. I know Bertie's went and got some. I've also got just a pair of rain pants just to throw over the top, just in case. It just stays in my day pack. All right, so for my tops, basically layer-wise, you're going to have a base layer, then you're going to have a t-shirt, then I've got a lighter sort of long sleeve shirt, then I have a fleece, all right, or a heavier, heavier sort of fleece there, all right? So I've got 3 of those in 3 different weights. That's just how I like to do it. If you have them all in the same weight, you don't have a lot of options there. If you're going to take 3, you might as well take 3 different weights. That's just my opinion, all right? Then if you stick to that same thing, I've got my puffy jacket. So that's my Alpine Series Matte Pack one. It's a very light jacket, but also very warm. Hasn't been tested in the snow yet, but with all accounts, that's bee's knees, all right? Then I have my outer shell. Alpine Series Matte Pack, vented arms, stop all the sweat, things like that. So that's a beauty as well. That combination of those 3 items, those pants and that there, with your layers, are pretty decent. Now, only because we're using porters, we'd normally take this, I have an extra puffy. All right, because if that gets wet, it sometimes can stay wet for a little while, all right? For the sake of that, that's an extra puffy. If I don't use it, it's a pillow. Luxuries. My luxuries are this. When you get into camp at night, slippers, all right? They're puffy slippers. They're so comfy. And they have a bottom on it that you can walk around the tea houses or go outside for a pee or whatever you like. But I love having these. I've used a pair now for about 6 or 7 years for all the camps and things. They've been wonderful. So that's a little luxury. I've got a microfiber towel. I'm taking a blow-up pillow, which I always have. It's just a small little pillow. It's probably not much bigger than the puffy though. But it's just a little extra. And that's my hiking blow-up mattress. It's small, compact. If we're at tea houses, they're going to have mattresses available for us anyway. We've already checked that, but they could be this or this. We don't know. Luxury, I'm just going to put it in anyway. You can always put it underneath your mattress and bolster it if you need to. All right. Another luxury I've got for when we get to the tea houses at night and you just want to go into something dry, I've got this big fluffy. It's not a jacket. It's just like a really heavy fleece. Great for just sitting around the campfire. Great for sitting around the tea house at night time. Again, if we weren't on porters, I wouldn't be taking that. That's just it. I don't want to be wearing jackets and puffies inside. It gets really cold inside those tea houses and stuff. That's just a really comfortable piece of kit. I'm taking a pair of gloves for rope work and or the bike. So when we're on the bikes, I'm going to be taking these gloves to wear with me, and I've got a pair of Nicks that I'm taking with me as well. All right. If you don't know what the Nicks are, they're padded inside, stop your bum from getting sore on a mountain bike. I'm going to hire helmets and stuff over there, and maybe if they've got protective shin pads, I might. It just depends. We'll see what's over there. And I'll probably pull this off my seat, which is just a gel seat. A luxury for sure, but I'm going to take that with me. For bags, that's my day pack. All right. We've all been training with these. We're all familiar with each other's day packs. It's pretty much got everything that we need. I'm going to be taking a little bit of foam. All right, it's great just for stretching and sitting down on the rocks and things. So that's my day pack. So what's that? 36 litre. All right, well tested, great. As far as my duffel goes, that's my duffel. I'm not sure how big that is. 75 litres probably, somewhere around that I think. Big enough to get most of this kit in, I think. I haven't tried that yet actually, but I'll get it in. But I don't know, it'll probably be pretty full. I haven't weighed it. I'm going to say 15 kg, just from past experience. So that's what the porters will be taking, thrown in, on top of yaks, into jeeps, in and out of transport. All right, that's what you're going to be using all the time. Soft, easy, easy to use. I put something in it. I put a crate in it just to show you it full. All right, so that's basically all you're taking is that kit there. All right, I will be taking another bag with me on the trip so that I don't have a big, huge bag. Plus, you want to have some clothes for coming in and out. So I'll be taking my normal wheelie suitcase. All right, which is a soft sort of bag anyway, and anything you want to leave at the hotel in Kathmandu, change your clothes for when you come back, extra pair of shoes, a light pair of runners or something like that, you leave that at the hotel, pick it up on the way back, clothes for the plane, that type of thing. All right, and that's me. That's my kit. I haven't written any of that down, but you can re-watch the video and have a look at certain things, but it's pretty basic, it's pretty simple. I think we're all pretty right, but if anybody's not quite right, now's the time to talk to us. Don't wait till 3 days before and end up in a mad scramble. Let's look at it now. All right. I can't think of anything else. If you think I've forgotten anything, put your hand up. Now, what I haven't put in here is my personal gear. Like toothbrush and hairdryer, things like that. Don't want to forget my personal stuff. But that's all that's really missing. Okay. A couple of other little things we're taking. I'll take a pack of cards if somebody else wants to bring something else. All right. They will bring the dominoes. All right, guys. Getting close. I'm getting excited. That's it. Cheers.